camera loopt.
Right, talking to Steve Lukather and Edgar Winter together on stage in a very special group. Gentlemen, the collaboration, how did that come about?
Well, actually, we've known each other for a long time. Well, I met Edgar through Toto singer Bobby Kimball back in the 70s. But I got this opportunity from the Japan Blue Notes to put together a special thing. And I called up Edgar because I always wanted to work with him. And it just sort of happened, and we had such a great time. We're continuing, into Europe.
I've always been a big fan of Toto's, and Steve, one of my guitar heroes.
Oh, get out of here! Cut it out. I'm not worthy.
They had just played the House of Blues in Los Angeles, and I came out. I'd known the singer Bobby Kimball, since we grew up as kids together, close to one another in Texas and Louisiana, played in rival bands together. Mm-hmm. So I sat in with Toto and had a great time, and then I guess I was on Steve's mind. So when he had the opportunity for the Japan thing, he called me up out of the blues. Hey, Edgar, you want to go to Japan? I said, I'm there. Let's go.
So it's been spectacular. We're having a great time.
And so you met each other again, shared the stage. So what music were you going to play? How did you talk about that?
Well, some of Edgar's stuff, some of my solo stuff, and some standards, blues, and rock and roll stuff, old stuff.
And
a little jazz.
An eclectic
mix. It's a lot of improvisation.
We do Frankenstein, of course. The Indestructible Monster, which is always changing.
Yeah, we put some other arrangements and stuff like that in there.
Different sections.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It develops. It's different every night,
A lot of improvisation. That's what I enjoy about it most, and I think it's fun for both of us. I know, for speaking for myself, having my blues rock band, to get a chance to stretch out and be a little more adventurous and experimental. It's a lot of fun. I'm a great jazz fan and appreciate that music as well as blues, and we get to play both in this group.
I was going through your Luke CD, and you were talking about retrospection, like a big mingling of styles that you have picked up, influences.
It's even gotten wilder now. I mean, that was more of a rock record, in a classic sense of the world. And this is more fusion-esque, you know what I mean? I know that word always makes people cringe, fusion or something like that. I mean it in the true sense of the dictionary definition, where you're just mixing things together. So, I mean, his style comes out, my style comes out, and we just kind of permutates into its own little style when we put it together. We're out of gas. We're doing this for the fun. Yeah. We don't have a record out, and we never recorded together. We're going to, but we just did this because wouldn't it be great to go play? And then we get to play with, such incredible musicians that are here, man. I mean, I can't believe that.
Great lineup.
Pat Metheny. I actually just met him. I was like totally starstruck. I didn't know what to say. He's one of the most amazing guitar players ever.
Yeah,
and
last
and all
two
the
CDs,
Yellow Jackets guys are my friends from back home, so it's really fantastic. It's really great.
The last two CDs I got were Dr. John's Ellington and Michael Brecker's Time is of the Essence, and they're here.
We're like
we had no
fans,
idea.
I'm a huge fan. I'm going. I don't deserve to be here. I'm just really happy to be here.
It's a real honor.
Yeah.
So.
I don't want to go into music theory stuff or anything, but do you think that two words that you have now frequently mentioned, the fun and the improvisation, do you think that it is like a craft that is diminishing in the music business?
Well, I mean,
is it still okay to laugh?
I think so. Music's supposed to be fun. I mean, it can be very serious too. It depends on what it is. But on the other hand, I mean, when you're up there and it's working and you're communicating musically and things happen that never happened before, it makes me laugh. I just can't help it. I just smile and crack up and go, that was cool. Yeah. Or if you mess up, you go, oh, well, we went for it.
Yeah, because a lot of the media seem to be more and more formatted, cleaned up and stuff.
I know, that's a drag, because I don't see any reason why musicians are musicians and people are people. I mean, everybody has something to offer, no matter what level they are. I mean, even young musicians that don't really play that well, they still have an energy, And then you have the legends like, Michael Brecker and Pat Metheny that are just constantly redefining the instrument, makes you feel real small. You just kind of go, well, yeah, you just hang, man. I get inspired by greatness, you know what I mean? It makes me want to play. It doesn't, I mean, a lot of young musicians today, they just want it real fast. They don't spend the hours that we all spent when we were kids, you know? Before there was MTV and all this like instant fast food gratification, you know? Make one record, get rich, and then fade into obscurity, you know what I mean? And they're not good enough players to make a career of it, you know? I mean, jazz in the true sense of the word is a dying art, which is really awful. I mean, the true jazz musicians, not rock musicians trying to play jazz, but I mean really bebop, you know what I mean? What that really is there's not a lot of young people doing that. There are not enough. But, you know,
Yeah,
hopefully
I love bebop.
it's all we listen to on
compared
the
to
bus, you know?
fusion. But part of what I've tried to do throughout my career is broaden musical horizons and play as many different kinds of music as possible, because I really do love just about everything, and it's all, I think Steve and I relate on a lot of levels. We have like we like a lot of the same things, and more than I even realized when we started to work together. So it's really been great, inspiring experience for me, and we're having a lot
It's all
of fun
good.
too.
The good news is it's all good.
Final question, Edgar. How would you musically or otherwise characterize Steve Lukather?
I think Steve is.
Don't answer that question.
No. It's, Steve he's a consummate master on guitar. He's
Not even.
yeah.
Thank you, though. I love you for
are.
saying that. I'm a humble student.
Well, everybody has a different view, of themselves. But I've played with my brother Johnny and Rick Derringer
Yeah.
and Ronnie Montrose. They're all different players, and Luke brings a very special, spark to the things that I've done over the years. It's different than I've ever heard it before, and what I like is he's very unpredictable, inexplicable, unrestrainable, uncontainable. He's out there.
It's your
That
turn.
has nothing to do with the music, by the way. That's just the hang
All
afterwards.
right, and now it's your turn.
Edgar Winter is a legend. I mean, it's a great honor. I mean, I've been a fan since the first Entrance album back in 69, 70, and I never dreamed that I'd actually be playing with him. And here we are. We've become such great friends and shared a lot of our life this year together.
Yeah.
And it's been a tremendous experience for me. He's such a brilliant musician. No matter what you throw at him, he just hears it, because it's all in his heart and in his, he's one of the special musicians, you know what I mean? He's very, very gifted. As a keyboard player, singer, sax player, I mean, anything, I don't, I can't really just put it into one word except brilliant, and it's a tremendous honor for me
thank
to
you,
be
Steve.
here, I love you, bud.
Oh man.
Okay, thank you very much for the time.
Thank you.
And back to the fun and improv. Huh?
Yeah, I want to go
Okay.
take the other guys, so I
Okay.
need a lesson.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay.
Thanks
Just
for having
help you
us,
with. No, it was great.